Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. We get to see one of the hottest teams in baseball today, Singy.
Yeah, they continue to find ways to win, and I don't see that streak coming to an end today, but that's why they play the game.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. And today's starting pitcher, Max Fried. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every fourth or fifth day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
Short hop liner, handled it short. On the money, nice play.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
And now batting, Mike Trout.
Trout is one of the best players of his generation. He's a fan favorite because he brings a rare combination of speed, power, and all-around talent to the team. He's exactly the type of player you want to build around.
Out towards right center field. Judge settles underneath it, and there's 2 away. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
Just missed. Check swing, and he went. And now it's even 1-1. Oh, great stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. Back at Yankee Stadium. And getting to start for the Angels, Reed Detmers. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Trey Turner stepping in now for the Yankees. Turner went deep twice in his last game.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Here's a 1-2. So Trey goes down on strikes.
Batting second, the third baseman.
Let's take a look at our lineup. Of course, one of the best players in the game today, Jose Ramirez.
Boog, his batting average is on the rise right now. He's hitting over 350 over the last 10 ball games, and you can see the confidence that he's carrying around just watching him walk to the plate.
Off the plate, ball 1.
The 1-0. On the ground to short, Neto. The throw to first, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
The left fielder, number 22, Juan Soto.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the left fielder, Juan Soto. Soto swinging a drive, deep right field, carrying well, going gone. Juan Soto goes deep, his 9th homer of the year. The Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. He got on plane with that high fastball, then look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Ball inside.
Judge launched a pair of homers in his last game. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that. Now one missed. Rafael Devers in the on-deck circle. And ball 4. Judge takes his walk.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Rafael.
So 2 down. Rafael Devers up to hit.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
And that one wrapped foul. Next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rip right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Rafael Devers rounds the bases. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Finds its way through for a hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
And for him, that's 2 solid weeks with a hit in every game. I mean, he's running his hitting streak to 14, and let me tell you, that's no easy task. This guy's grinding out at bats. He's figuring out ways to put the ball in play and just as well do it with some authority.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Sat out last night's game, but back in there today.
That's outside.
Rice, the runner at first with 2 gone. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. And that's a great play for the out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. 1 inning in the books here. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. Back now in the Bronx. On now to the top half of inning number 2.
They're off to a great start, 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important to be airtight defensively. Don't give away extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ball game.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
On the ground, right side. Jazz tosses to first. 1 out in the second.
The catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Travis d'Arnaud will come up to hit. d'Arnaud matched a homer in his last game. In there at the knees, and that's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Fried in his 8th season, 32 years old, and he won a Gold Glove in 2025. Good job to fight that one off. Hit in the air, right field. Judge moving under this one. 2 away.
Batting 6, the left fielder, number 3, Josh Lowe.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swings and misses. That's the first sweeper we've seen today, and the batter made a mess of it. Angels go quietly there. They trail it here 3-0. We head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Yankees, Brenton Doyle.
Brenton Doyle.
Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Assigned to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity.
That misses. Ball 1. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Got him. 1 away.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Swings through that one. And time called prior to the 0-1. The 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. That's outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Shortstop, Turner.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Trey Turner getting ready to hit. First pitch way inside, a fastball. 2 down, nobody on. Up the middle, Neto tosses to first, and that'll do it. Down in order go the Yankees, but they lead at 3-0. Top half of the third inning, so in now for the Angels, Christian Moore. Max Fried will go to work. On the ground, and it stays fair. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting it, the first baseman, number 17, Oswald Toronto.
Foul ball there. And it's 1-1.
That's a ball.
That one fouled off. Moore gets his lead at first with nobody out. To short, could be 2. There's 1, and that's 2.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here's the third baseman, Matthew Lugo. Two down, nobody on. Right side, hard hit. Jazz tosses to first. That's out number 3. Angels held in check. They trail in this one 3-0. Welcome back. It's still early, but all signs pointing towards yet another win for this team, riding that hot streak.
No doubt, Boo. When you're rolling like this, confidence shows up in every phase of the game. Right now, they look like a group that fully expects to keep it going.
Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Hard ground ball, base knock.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Here's Juan Soto, runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. That's outside.
Outside.
1 ball, 1 strike. Man at second. That one
Nope,
way
Ball
inside.
2.
Next offering is fouled back.
He's a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Just missed.
Inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Some early action out there in the bullpen. A left-hander appears to be getting ready. The 1-0.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side or the fans better look out in the stands.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. Sliced hard but foul. The 2-1. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And a hitter's count.
This one smoked on its way out of here. Aaron Judge leads the yard. Home run number 10 on the year. And they add on. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Swings through that. Two runs across in the inning as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. And Devers hits that one. The throw into second. And he's got a double.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his 2nd extra base hit in this one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Reed Detmers out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Number 70 gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
1 out, runner at second. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees, and that misses, and it's 1-0. Swings through that one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away now.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Man on second, 2 down.
Hey.
Pitch
Ball
misses. And that's ball 2. Upstairs.
Ball, that's upstairs.
And a payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Low. Should have this one. And that's the 3rd out. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. On to inning number 4. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. On to the 4th. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Zach Neto. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Fouled off left side. The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Now an 0-2 from Fried. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Up next for the Angels, the center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
That one catches the zone, and it's 0-1. That one ripped right center field, and it one-hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Here's Joe Adele. He's 0 for 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Man at second. That's ripped into the outfield. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Here's a ball that's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. I mean, that's one of those where you're expecting the guy from second to score.
Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. The Angels trying to get back into this one. Top half of inning number 4.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Ripped on a line to center. He's there. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. He'll score the sac fly. It's 5-1.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher,
Travis d'Arnaud digs in. Flied to right his first time. Line into right center field. That's a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Up next for the Angels, the left fielder, number 3, Josh Lowe.
Tap foul at the plate.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Adele over at second. Darno on at first with 2 down. Got him swinging for the K. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Yankees 5 and the Angels 1. Welcome back. Singy, this team has won so many ways during their winning streak, and today, more of the same.
No question, Boog. When you're this locked in, it feels like everyone is feeding off each other. Right now, they've got full control and don't look like they're slowing down anytime soon.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. That one opts against the fence. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Struck out looking at his first at bat.
Ball 1.
In the dirt. The lefty, the 1-0.
You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the 3rd, so they
Base hit. Stop sign goes up at 3rd. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Go to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
They are being real aggressive to put some runs on the board. Get 2 runners now in the scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
The Yanks trying to break this one open. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And he swings through that one.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But
swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. 1 runs in. A second scores as well. It's 7-1. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so.
Turner runs. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder,
We all saw it was hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? Statcast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was 113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitch.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. The 1-0.
Yeah.
Two runners in scoring position. Nobody out.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Well, and those hitters' counts sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Tosses the first. That's out number one. And a run comes in to score. Here is Aaron Judge. He's already homered here in this one.
Number 99, Aaron Judge.
And that one fouled off. Way out front for strike two.
Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Next pitch is outside. Breaking ball misses up and in. Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely frozen.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Just missed. Swings and misses. 2-2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
2-2 now. Just off the inside edge.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 outs with a runner at third.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Payoff pitch. Stays alive.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Payoff pitch. Line drive. This one could be trouble. Ramirez in to score. And it's an 8-run lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
Couple of doubles today for the DH. Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Number 70 done for the night. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Angels,
on here,
number
Jordan
68,
Romano. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. So up next, Ben Rice, 1 for 2. That one ripped, but foul. Runner at second, 2 down.
That's the ball.
Man on second, 2 down. Got him swinging. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. They get 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and leave 1. We've played 4. The Yankees 9 and the Angels 1. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. Back here in New York, so in now for the Angels, Christian Moore.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
This one in the air, center field. Doyle under it. He makes the grab, and there's 1 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
17, Oswald Peraza.
The Halos with a lot of ground to make up, and we're at the top of the 5th. The next offering misses. Ball 1. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Lugo.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Soto under it. And that is that. Angels go down 1-2-3. They trail it big. It's 9-1. Back at Yankee Stadium, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
And this one could be extra bases. Makes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder.
So, Siggy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour, so that's flexing your muscles a little bit.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's got a chance. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next for the Yankees, The shortstop, Trey Turner.
Ground ball left side. Throws to first. Turner is out. And that's the third out. One left for the Yankees, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. So digging in,
Leading off
Zach
for the
Neto.
Angels, the shortstop, Zach Neto.
You know, these Angels, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. And that's it for a strike. 0-2 now. Out to short, Turner. Fires across the diamond. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Angels, the right fielder, number 7, Joe.
2 outs, base is empty. Joe Adell now at the plate. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right.
Ball, that's out.
Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. The Yankees 9 and the Angels 1.
Now pitching for
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Chase Silson. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Leading off for the Yankees, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Foul ball.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits, so that goes to show they're getting contributions from top to bottom. Nobody's doing that by themselves.
The left fielder, number 22.
I'm not saying they do, but with the way they're squaring up the ball right now, it's almost like they know what's coming. They seem very confident at the plate.
Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Robert Stevenson getting loose out there. The Yankees up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's way high. And that's ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Swing and a miss. Just off the outside edge. Ball 3. That one laced to center and a base hit. And that's a 1-out single. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Judge now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That one found hard the other way. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one carrying. That's not coming back. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. He's flexing his power with another home run, Boog. Not surprising when you've got that kind of pop, but always impressive going deep twice in the same game.
Swings through that one. 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
And that's downstairs and outside. Hard hit right side. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman,
Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 3. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. A solo shot. Second home run of the inning for them, and they add to their lead.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Chase Silseth will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
now pitching for
Robert Stevenson will take over here. He's into the game with the bases empty. That one misses, and that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on, and another ball. On the corner for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Right through there for a strike. sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. 7th inning coming up. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Jorge Soler.
Soler,
ball, that's
up
out.
for the 3rd time here, watches that one miss. Next over in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Fastball for a strike. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Got him swinging.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
The Angels with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Swings through it for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
2 down, bases empty. And next for the Angels, Josh Lowe. That clips the corner.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side of the 7th. Angels go quietly there. They're looking up at a 12-1 deficit. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swing and a foul out of play. Swings through that one for strike 2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Ball 1 there. Outside
ball
low.
2.
Ball 2. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
The batter, number 13, second baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Runner takes off. Pitch kicks away from d'Arnaud. And now a man in a scoring position. Man at second. And now 1-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Throws him with the heater at the knees.
Not shortstop.
And it's even up. One out, the runner at second. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Foul ball there. And a ball and 2 strikes. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Robert Stevenson is done, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, Brent Suter.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Inside, almost got him. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Oh, that one almost gets him again. And a 2-1 on the way.
Ball, that's outside.
Juan Soto would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Man on second, 2 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, number 22, Juan Soto.
Out towards right center field. Trout on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Yanks strand a pair, but don't shed a tear. They're up 12-1. We're at the top of the 8th. So in now for the Angels, Christian Moore.
Nope. Ball 1.
Swing and a ground ball. And it goes just foul. The 1-1. Now a rip into left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Everything came together for him. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Strike two. And that's a strikeout looking. That's his 9th strikeout so far. So now with one away and a man at second, Matthew Lugo, the next to hit for the Angels. Swing and a pop-up. Out number 2.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Zach Neto.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Man at second. And it's fouled away. The 0-2. And Fried gets his 2nd strikeout of the game. Yankees 12 and the Angels 1.
Leading off for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
One more time. Come on, Aaron.
Judge,
Ball
the
one.
leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Suter, in his 10th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a changeup, and he works in a slider. Now one
Nope,
miss.
that's the ball.
And down on strikes he goes. And Judge is down on
The
strikes.
designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
First pitch swinging. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 outs.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
That's a ball.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Yankees 12 and the Angels 1. All set to start the 9th in this one. So in now for the Angels, Mike Trout. And that's through there for a strike. That one ripped, but foul. Foul ball still 0-2. Just
Ball,
off
that's
the
out.
outside edge. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Aye.
Here's the 0-2. And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out. Jorge Soler up at the plate. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Ground ball right side and foul ball. Inside, just missed.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
One strike away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Up the middle. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees add another to their winning streak.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start, who knew? He'd throw a complete game and get the victory. But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.